How coronavirus changes unemployment insurance for gig workers.
Inquiry from a reader who wanted to know whether the fact that contract employees and independent workers who normally aren't eligible for unemployment benefits but are now during the coronavirus crisis means those workers will be reclassified under unemployment insurance law later on after the virus passes. Well, it's an interesting question, and it arises because of the way unemployment benefits are paid out in this country. Normally, an employer pays into a state unemployment insurance fund on behalf of his or her employees, and those employees later become eligible for unemployment benefits if necessary. Contract workers, independent workers, gig workers, if you will, people such as Uber drivers, don't have somebody paying into the unemployment insurance fund on their behalf, so they're not eligible for benefits. But that changed under the big stimulus legislation that Congress passed recently. It provided federal funds to states to pay out in unemployment insurance benefits for workers who normally don't qualify, independent workers. How that is handled varies from state to state, but it's an important change because gig workers are playing a bigger role in the American economy. But it may not be quite as big a change as it appears because a lot more workers are eligible than it may seem. Some people who appear to be independent or contract workers are in fact working for employers who pay into the unemployment insurance pool. For example, let's say you're a janitor who works at night sweeping up in a factory. You don't work for the factory directly. It may appear that you're an independent contractor. But in fact, you may be working for a company, a janitorial service, for example, that is paying into the unemployment insurance fund on your behalf. You're not really a gig or a contract worker as classified under unemployment insurance law. Still, this is an important category of workers, and this does represent a change, and it does raise the question of whether unemployment insurance laws will have to be adjusted later to take into account the role these workers are playing. But right now, state unemployment insurance agencies and the Labor Department have much bigger problems to deal with. So this question of how contract workers are going to be dealt with in the long run is probably going to have to wait until after the crisis passes.
So that's a bit of good information there, how coronavirus changes unemployment insurance for gig workers. Make sure you look into it. Please like and subscribe to the Rideshare Professor channel. I have a ton of good information coming out every single day on all gig companies. My links are beneath the video if you need to get hold of me, and have yourself a fantastic day.